Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Today, an exciting battle in the NFC between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Joey Sly is going to have the honor of getting us started. And we're underway in Atlanta. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. You're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's 2nd down.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
That's him on the quick hitter. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Let's go.
Penix on 1st down. He's trying to push the field. And this one is knocked away from the intended targets. Good start from the defense here as that incompletion brings up 2nd down. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Trying to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
Here we go, set.
Penix to throw again on 2nd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of 3rd down.
Kate, all the data lately has taught us really clearly, sacks, negative yardage plays, they not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
Hawk 7, Warrior 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Check go.
Play action. Here's Penix. Look at that power. Deep left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. And I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script. But if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11.
At their own 12-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They give to Irving to start his drive. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stayed on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
70, Timberwolves.
Looking in the air here. Short pass brought in. And he's nearly going to get the first down, Brock. It looks like this one makes it up to about the 21-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Two,
He tries to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Running right, it's Irving. Makes the tackle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's another Buccaneers.
They go play action on 1st down. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They send a man in motion.
Ready?
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
70, Timberwolves.
Here's the give to Irving. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. He'll try and run this. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. Offense in the hurry-up here.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And this is marked out all the way down at the 6. They'll be dangerously close to their own goal line for this series. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Penix out of his end zone. Hits him on the out route. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
This is a tough spot to punt. Got to convert here on 3rd down.
There we go, set.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And the defender's there to knock this away. That effort means it's 4th down.
You and I know, Kate, it's on average about 60 to 65 plays a game, somewhere between 10 and 12 third downs. And what you don't want to do is start 0 for 2 in that column.
Short drop, but he still gets away a very good punt. That's fielded at the 46. Nice return. Has him looking at a very short field now. All set to go now from the 35.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Come on, set.
They kick the running back in motion. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That one's complete over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Bucs have the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this.
Got it. Ready?
Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They've got it first to begin the fray.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 79 Broncos. Ready?
Now looking to throw. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get the game's first points here in the second. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. That's the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Button lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. A give left side. Here's Robinson. Thought there'd be more room up the middle, but there wasn't. It closed quickly. He stopped after a 3-yard gain. It's a gain of 4. They're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. 3rd and long for him here. Finds him over the middle. And he eats a huge hit as he tries for the marker. Almost nothing after the catch that time, Brock. It's going to be fourth down. It'll be another punt. Jack Fox out there once again. And this one, touchdown inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Bucs to the line. First and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He'll check this one down. Complete to the fullback. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And goes to the hurry up here. This is Irving on second. We'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Here's first and 10 from the 47.
Trap 50, trap 60. 60's average. Get cut back. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Back to throw. Gets his tight end on the corner route. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, they're going to run with Irving. Escapes the defender. By a man, he's in the clear. Keeps himself upright. And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Here's Sly to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14.
Falcons, nothing. Joey Sly set to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Penix working from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete out to the right. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. A gain of 15 there. And that's a Falcon first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Penix now on first down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Let's go now. Ready to look. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Get up.
Penix looking to pass. In trouble now, and the ball is out. The Buccaneers pick it up. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he will take it back. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers take a 20-zip lead. Here's Sly to try the point after.
Joey Sly lining up for the point after.
The point after splits the upright. And the Buccaneers stretch their lead to energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Penix now. Throwing the out route complete. Rolling into enemy territory. Still fighting forward. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Okay, ready? 72, and go!
Robinson has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Offense in the hurry up here.
Pick up of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Penix to throw. Has it in close. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons jump some of the lead off before the half. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Bass now to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
18, 19, hey, smash!
They'll work against the blitz. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Come on. Crack all 80.
Pass play coming here. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the bojo from the other side.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready, right?
They're going to try and throw it here. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
The Falcons Falcons take over first.
Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
They'll run here on first down. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Got it. Ready?
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14.
Let's go.
Penix here from the gun. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough third down.
That's now the third time that he's been hauled down in this game, and that one was a biggie. Something's got to get figured out. Either the protection's got to be shored up, or the QB's got to get rid of the ball. You cannot take those kind of negative sacks.
Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go. Here we go. 70s.
From the shotgun, Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 4th and long. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. This one down right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Ready? Cowboy 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Catch made by Bucky Irving. Continuing to move past the 45. The 30. He could do it. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get 4 points to end a lopsided first half. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they have prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect off catch and sleeping to start that drive.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. To the air with Penix. Absolutely fires this one right side. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Street, triple move. Cut, they smash. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
He's trying to go deep again. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before the half. He's going to try another deep one here. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Bass now to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Now throw to start the drive. Escapes the pocket. That one's complete, right side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Here we go. Stop dragging 60. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
Second down pass play coming. On the move, headed right. He can run it. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Come on. Come on. Set. Set.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Ready.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
70 Timberwolves. Set up. Bronco 80. Let's go.
On the give, this is Irving. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. Looking quickly here.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
They're drawn up for him. And he has this down to the 34. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go now.
Irving gets it on the draw. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Anytime you dial up a blitz and you catch them running the draw like that, Brock, the D coordinator, he's going to be patting himself on the back right there.
He is, and not only for the call, but the execution of his player as well. Because you call a blitz, Kate, sometimes they can just run with their hair on fire. He had the awareness to stop that draw before it could get started.
Once again, Irving. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3.
Tag! Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Cowboy 80. Hey, watch him right there. Go, go, go. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Throwing off the play fake. Catch made left side by Bucs. And he gets this forward to the 19. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18. Ready.
Irving on the inside give. Oh, he lost the football. And the Falcons scoop it up. It's a foot race. He's at midfield. And they're able to rip off a nice chunk there before the fumble return comes to an end.
What do defenses preach all the time? Scoop and score. Scoop and score. Scoop and score. Well, that was an amazing scoop. It was nearly a scoop.
While the new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19. Hey, check that. Street.
Irving here from the gun. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Left wing 19, 79, 60 Bobcats.
From the gun on 3rd down. Brought in. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Set to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing, Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be down to the 38-yard line before going down.
That's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
At the 38-yard line.
2nd down now. They need 7. Now Penix off the play action. Gets it through the middle. And he takes it down to the 33. About 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
1st down now, ball at the 33.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Ready.
Penix now to throw. Pressure's there, and the Bucs got him.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up 2nd down and 21.
Set up, Buffalo 18. Cougar 19.
Here's Penix. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
70, 60, Bison, 60.
3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point of this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
On now comes their punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Set up. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Warrior 70. Seven Pirates. Cup 19, Cup 19. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready up.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Has it downfield, working the left. Well, he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And the Bucs have the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Got it. Ready?
From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
Here's a design run. Cuts it to the right sideline. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They get 19 on that pickup. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
He'll pass it this time. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. We're going to get a timeout here. Play clock was down to 4 seconds. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Bronco 80. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Go.
Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain. Offense up to the line fast.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
To the air on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Man in motion, headed right. Sticking to the air here. Right side, this is a Bucs. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Okay,
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Design quarterback run here. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
16-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Come on.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he's going to hold it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers keep running away with this.
Just knowing the competitor that this fella is, he kind of knew once he caught that second touchdown, he was going to try all he could and get the equalizer on the ground. 2 through the air, 2 on the ground. Just a monster kind of game.
Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Buccaneers grow their lead yet again.
32. Falcons 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Coca 19.
Here's Penix to throw. And trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Penix here from the gun. It is caught left side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
And I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Handoff for Robinson, running right. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Not much space available there. Maybe 2. That frees up 3rd down.
He was taken down by Kirby Joseph. It's a gain of 3. It brings up 3rd and 10.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot. Scoop.
Penix working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk. It was nearly a big play.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Ready. 670 Lions. Check go.
From the shotgun, Penix. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the first down as he stays in bounds.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
19 Lions. Go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Watch twins. Ready.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
All set now, 1st and 10.
18 Cardinals.
Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Falcons putting up points in a game decided. Now this one has been a long game, no doubt. But hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points.
Tyler Bass set to
Bass
kick
now
off.
to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They're going to pass it here. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And that one doesn't give him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Nike, MC. Here we go. Shot. Cougar Knights.
Right back to Irving now. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Falcons.
I need 9 yards, man. Let me get my 9 yards.
And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Buccaneers out and into punt formation. Matt Ariza, the one to send it away. And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Let go.
On 1st down, here's Penix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the
got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Get it. Ready.
Hand off to the back. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year.